Hi, this is Willow from the Business Library. Today we're going to use the U.S. Census Bureau site to find economic data. So we're going to start off actually at the U.S. Census Bureau website just to get you familiar with it to see what information is available. So if we click on the top here, we can see that we can browse by specific topics. So that can be really a useful and easy way to get into some of the data. We can also look at this surveys and programs button here and see all the different surveys that the census does over time. So we classically think that of like the census, which the last one was done in 2020, but there's a bunch of other surveys that they do as well. So there's the American Community Survey and a housing survey and a business survey. There's the economic census, which is done every 5 years, and so on. And you can see all this different surveys that they're doing, right? There's this county business patterns, which I think is done every year. So there's all different surveys, and you can actually get into them in different ways as well. There's going to be kind of some probably summaries if you click on some of these, but one way to get into them is to click on this Explore Data. So there are some very serious data tools that they offer that will allow you to dive into the data and make all kinds of downloads and things and explore it in a different way. But the easiest way is with the main data page that they have now. And so we're going to go that way just by clicking on this at the top. Okay. So we're going to click through and go to the Data Census Gov site. Okay, so this might look familiar from us looking at it before. The one thing I would recommend when you're really diving in is to go to this advanced search. So that's a nice way to get into it. Okay, so we want to look at some data here and say we want to look at data on a specific industry. So we can, if we have a specific industry code, we could type it there. We can also just do a search. So I can do a search for shoe stores, and it's going to pop up with the industry codes that are relevant. I would always select the smallest number, which means the biggest industry group, because the larger the number, it's going to be a smaller number of actual businesses, right? I mean, we want as much data as we can get. So we're going to look at just all shoe stores. So the biggest number there, this number there, the smallest number. Anyway, the one at the top. Okay, so we're going to pick shoe stores, and then we want to look at a specific geography as well, okay, because we're going to see like how many shoe stores are there within a certain area. So we can click on geography over here, and we can see that you can pick a state, or you can pick a county, and we'll just do a state here, and let's just click on Arizona. Okay, so and then we just click at the bottom, we see search, and we click on that. So this is running a search on shoe stores with that 4482 in Arizona. And so the thing that's a little difficult is that it's hard to know where the data is coming from, right? We are looking for economic data, and these are from economic surveys, so that's the main thing. Typically, the one that's newest is going to be the top, so I would generally look at that. So we can click on that top one, and we're going to get this economic survey, and it actually says it's from the County Business Patterns Survey, so which is run more frequently. And this one looks like it's from 2020, okay? And we can see here along the top, in Arizona, 4482 shoe stores, all establishments, and all establishments is what we kind of want to look at, because there's some that are, employees based on employee size, so we want to include all of them. We can see that there are 385, okay? And then we can also find some other information like their payroll and number of employees, okay? So that's one way to kind of find that data. The other thing though is that we can change how we're seeing this data by going to surveys on the side and clicking specifically on the economic census, right? And continuing to click, and we say we want just the economic census. And now we're just getting one result, so this is the only one that's from the economic census, but it's from 2017. So that's why those older ones, or the newer ones, sorry, float to the top. So because this is older, it was lower down. So we can say in 2017, the total number of establishments here was 464. So it's changed over time, of course. Okay, so that's a good way to find number of businesses in a specific industry in a specific area. There's all kinds of other things that all kinds of other census data that's available through here. It takes a little looking around, but take a few minutes and try to explore it if you can, and see what you can find. Thanks a lot.